Hey YouTube, this is a video I've been struggling with for the last few minutes on how to address this and have it make sense and me not sound like I'm all over the place. Basically, the topic is Egyptian mythology in the music industry. I've been noticing over the last few years that it's becoming more and more prominent in the hip-hop community. And it was prominent, I mean, since the 70s. Africa Bambaataa has brought out many things back in the day, and it's a little different than how he and the Zulu Nation have portrayed it back in those days. This is more on a invoking and spiritual level. Like, it seems like they are using Egyptian deities for satanic rituals, and the elite is using it for, momentary gain of something, or, these singers are trying to invoke these goddesses and become them. It's bothering me because ancient Egyptian mythology and Satanism and things that go along with the music industry is not Egyptian mythology. It is not ancient Egyptian history. And the fact that they're mixing these two things together and making it look as if Egyptian mythology is satanic and is dark, which it is not. It's very hard for me to explain in words. Like the first book of the Bible, all they do is bash Egyptians, talking about how the Egyptian worship false deities and their God and the the Christian God were competing with each other. Now, right there tells you something. If two gods are competing with each other, then they both existed. So that right there is a hypocritical sentence. How does a Jewish God fight with an Egyptian God if the Egyptian gods didn't exist? I'll just let you ponder on that. So, there's a lot of power in ancient Egyptian religion, and there's a lot of power in ancient Egyptian knowledge in general. And it can be very dangerous if it's used for the wrong purposes. And it's the person, not the belief or the religion, that makes it bad or good. It's the person, and it's where they take it to. And the music industry is never taking it to a positive level. So it makes me wonder what their agenda is as far as mixing ancient Egyptian mythology with their satanic rituals and invoking these gods and goddesses here in the modern world, not being practices of the ancient Egyptian religion, just invoking these spirits for power or fame or attention, if you will. I've seen Beyonce do it more than once. I've seen Rihanna do it. I've seen Nicki Minaj is doing it now in her new video, which is why I'm bringing this up. Katy Perry, and Madonna, going back to the 2012 Super Bowl show, which also had Nicki Minaj involved in that ritual that was done right in front of everybody in the stadium and right in front of everybody watching it. I don't think it's right that these things are being mixed, and the fact that they are being mixed is making me think that something's on the rise. Something's going on in the spiritual realm that majority of people are not going to know about and don't even pay attention to. So I wanted to address it and, you know, see if anybody else noticed basically what I'm noticing about this situation. And see what other people's thoughts are as far as why they are using ancient Egyptian deities in their performances, their music videos, their clothing, just trying to embody the essence of the ancients and taking it to a very dark place. I've been studying ancient Egyptian history and mythology probably my entire life, since I was able to read. And before that, it was just from going to the museum on a every weekend basis. I was pretty much obsessed with ancient history in general, but especially ancient Egyptian history. So, me seeing this and somebody else seeing this might be two totally different things. They might not even realize what they're watching, as opposed to I'm seeing it and it's disturbing because I know what they're doing. Whether they're trying to conjure up some kind of god or goddess for whatever personal gain that they're interested in, or for whatever satanic ritual they're involved in, because these people are never doing this just to be proud of their heritage or proud of where they come from, or, you know, it has nothing to do with their cultural background. They're not bringing that out because of their cultural background or a sense of, you know, being proud of that. That's not the reason they're using this. They're misusing these deities, and they're misrepresenting them, and they're making people feel, and they've always done it, you know, throughout time. They've been criticizing Egypt since the Bible book in Genesis, about the Egyptian deities and the Egyptian people, and it's always been shown in a negative light, And I think that they did that from the very beginning just so that people would stay away from learning about it or wanting to be involved with anything that has to do with ancient Egypt, because it just, to them, it was just evil, according to the Bible. So that kept a lot of people away from researching or reading or, you know, just simply learning about history. And after watching Nicki Minaj's new video, Ganja Burn, I realized that I had to come out and say something about the music industry and ancient Egyptian mythology. I know I've looked for videos on that specific topic, and I haven't come across any. So I figured I'd make one in case anybody else has been noticing this. I mean, I know there's a lot of people into Egyptology, and I know there's a lot of people who are, you know, very fascinated about that particular time period. So I wanted to address it, and I wanted to make it clear that that has nothing to do with Satan, and it has nothing to do with the dark arts or anything evil. The person involved is whether it goes left or right, you know, good or bad. And I don't want that to push anybody away from wanting to learn about ancient Egyptian history as a whole, ancient Greek history, ancient Roman history, just ancient history in a general sense, pagan history. You know, Christianity is only 2018 years old, so, you know, there was a world and there was a way of living before then, and if people are interested in learning about that world before Christianity, I am more than willing to make as many videos as you guys want on that topic and my outlook on things as far as that goes. This new video, I like the song. The song is great. I like the beat. No problem with that. I don't get why the video was representing Nicki Minaj as Hathor and then representing her as Bastet, and then showing Basset's other half, her husband, who was Anubis, running. And then you got guys rising from the sands, worshiping her and dancing around her, and it just, I had to say something. And I know I'm going to get backlash for it, and I know all the Nicki Minaj fans are going to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm in no way bashing her as a person. I'm in no way bashing her music. The only thing I'm referring to is the fact that she is portraying herself as an ancient goddess, and that she is not. She is a human being who has decided to sell her soul to Satan to be a singer slash rapper slash actress slash whatever else she's planning on doing with her life, along with all the other famous people. I don't think that Satan and ancient Egypt should be in the same sentence. I don't think they should be mixed together, and I don't think people should confuse the two. So that's why I'm bringing this up. Beyonce has portrayed herself as Nefertiti. Rihanna has portrayed herself as Nefertiti, has Egyptian tattoos of the goddess Mut, the goddess Nut, Isis that she thinks she has on her chest, but it's actually Ma'at, being the way the wings are shaped and the position of the wings. She also has Nefertiti on her body. It's coming off as I'm proud to be, you know, of African descent. I'm proud to be black. I'm proud to be, you know, this to be my heritage, but it's not necessarily your heritage just because you're from Africa. So that can't be an excuse of why people are using this and portraying themselves as ancient Egyptian goddesses and gods and invoking the spirituality in their music. To me only spells trouble. So, and doesn't sit right with me. Makes me very uncomfortable, and because that's my way of life, that's my belief system. To see people mock it and use it and try to string it up alongside the fact that they sold their soul to Satan for fame, and, you know, that shouldn't be in the same arena, okay? Ancient Egyptian goddesses and gods should not be in the same arena with today's Illuminati satanic rituals. Even though the Illuminati have gotten the majority of their knowledge from ancient texts and ancient rituals and all of that, but the fact that they're using it for this negative, dark purpose is unacceptable as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sure there must be somebody out there that feels the same way, who's familiar with this topic. And it's not a popular topic, so no, you're not going to hear a lot of people talking about it. You're not going to hear a lot of people addressing it. Most people are probably going to think I'm nuts for even making this video, but that's fine. But I had to start this journey somewhere, and I figured I'd start it with this video. Like I said, anybody who might be interested in this topic, or was interested in this topic, or has been noticing the same thing and been wondering about it, and maybe just didn't know where to get the information from, please don't hesitate to ask me anything or email me. I'd love to explain anything to anyone who wants to know. I'm also going to include some pictures in this slide so you could see what I mean by them invoking or bringing these spirits and deities down onto themselves for fame and for a little bit more glamour and attention. And that's where I'm going to leave this. There's so much I can say about this topic, so I'm not going to go on and on about it, but like I said, I'm going to leave it at that. And if you guys are interested in this topic, or anybody is interested in this, let me know. And I'll put together another video, dig up some more information or pictures showing you how they are mixing these things together. And it's been happening more and more over the years. It wasn't as obvious, but it's very obvious now. It's as if they just don't care to hide it. So if they don't care to hide it, then I don't care not to talk about it. Then that means I can talk about it. When they were hiding it and it was a hush-hush thing, then, you know, people didn't want to talk about it. But they're throwing this in people's faces, and they're brainwashing people, and they're using mind control with these visions and these symbols and these outfits, and it's not right. People need to be on a level where they know what's going on. So that's why I'm doing this video. So like I said, if you have any questions or any comments, please let me know below. I'm not bashing anybody specifically. I'm not personally attacking any singer, actor, or anybody. I'm simply pointing out the subject and what I see and what I know. So I'll see how you guys react to this first video, and then I'll take it from there. Have a nice night, guys. And may the gods and goddesses bless you and watch over you and your family. No negative vibes here, only positive vibes. So please don't bring that shit to me. And if you have anything negative to say, don't say it at all, because you will be blocked immediately. I am here to enlighten those who want to be enlightened. If you do not want to be, and you're okay with being a sheep and following the rest of the sheep, by all means, keep on doing that. But if you want to know the truth and you want to learn something, I'm here to teach whoever it is that wants to learn. And that's where I'm going to keep that. So you guys have a good night, and hope everyone has a good week. Hey YouTube, this is a video I've been struggling